we're moving into crisis mode because we're very close to having to pass a continuing resolution for the budget. We can't do anything in Congress right now. And at one point, this has to end. We're going to get to there in a second. I should just say, this thing coming out of the D.C. Council, I don't know if we'll have time to talk about it today, but maybe we'll talk about it in the fun half. It's a local news voucher program. It would allocate $11 million annually to local news subsidies for D.C.'s 670,000 residents. So presumably, I would assume, you got to be a voter or someone over 18. I don't know, though. You will be able to essentially, you will have a voucher and be able to use that for local news. Great idea.
Great idea.
I don't know if how the numbers work out. Maybe you need a little bit more. I'm not sure, but nevertheless, that would be a great thing.
Because Sinclair and other groups like that have brought up local news so much that then they're just broadcasting what their agenda is, right? And it could break some of the over focus on crime, when things, it could be more about your local government versus when it bleeds, it leads.
Oh, I mean, the bottom line is just that you need to have local reporting. I mean, otherwise you need some accountability for the city hall, city council, whatnot, et cetera. And it's a real problem around the country, not just because Sinclair is buying up these local stations. I don't know how much even local news they're actually providing there, but also just because the business model is, near non-existent now for local news. So that's a good thing. Hopefully that spreads across the country. But before we get there, there are now 9 candidates who have declared that they are going to try and seek the speaker designate position, which is not really a position. It's basically like a nomination. What happens is the majority party, the controlling party of the House, meets in their caucus meets. It's just the Republicans go into a room. They start yelling at each other. And Matt Gaetz gets around and everybody tells him to shut up and this and that. And he goes, I don't care about you, and whatever it is they do in there. They bring in the crayons. Everybody sort of like draws their feelings. And there'll be 9 of them who are going to run for speaker designate. And then when you come out, if you get elected speaker designate, which you don't need a majority of votes, you just, or I should say, you don't need a unanimity. I think you need a majority, although I don't know how they do that with a runoff with 9 people. I don't know if it's a plurality or if you need a majority. I'm unclear on that. Because I don't know if we've ever really gone this far down the road with this, to be honest with you. So it's not something I have any experience in covering. And once you become the speaker designate, you have the option of keep calling votes, which is why Jim Jordan had 3 different bites at the apple, which is still less opportunity he had than, reporting what he was hearing from his wrestlers in terms of the doctor who was like basically a sexual predator on his wrestlers when he was a coach. But I get diverted there. So the point being that someone's going to come out tonight, theoretically, as the speaker designate. Then tomorrow, presumably, they will vote on that person. Everyone seems to think that Tom Emmer, who is the whip, has the best shot of becoming speaker designate, but I don't know that anybody thinks he has the best shot of becoming speaker. People are still talking about trying to empower McHenry, but it's getting closer and closer to the absolute need that they will need Democratic votes. Here is Jake Tapper, who apparently, and this is the most interesting thing because, CNN, they really have made an attempt to be, somewhat center-right, I think. And this is pretty funny.
There are 7 candidates so far for Speaker. Is there one that you particularly are leaning towards? And do you think that person can get 217 votes?
getting 217 is obviously going to be very difficult and is the sort of Rubik's Cube of the answer to all of this. I supported Kevin McCarthy. I supported Jim Jordan. I supported Scalise. I supported Jim on the floor also. I think we need to find someone who hopefully can get to 217 before we're all poised in very drama fashion on the House floor, trying to determine how this will unfold. I really hope in the next
Pause
several
it for
days.
1 second. That is an amazing phrase. Until we're all poised for the drama on the floor to figure out how we get to 217. I don't even know what that means. He can't even, they're so lost. They don't even know how to even express the situation that they're in.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess what he's trying to say is hopefully we're not going to the floor on a hope and a prayer, and we actually have somebody that we've coalesced around behind the scenes, and people aren't just, because it's been on a secret ballot behind the scenes, they are going into the floor vote a little bit blind, right?
They've seen it. It's just that they assume, like when Jim Jordan, he didn't get 217. When he went in, the secret ballot was when they returned to see if he would be speaker designate.
Okay. And
he actually lost more votes on Friday. But the other ones are not secret. Like they knew Scalise only, had a majority, but not anywhere. He was like 50, 60 votes shy. Jim Jordan was 65 votes shy after his first vote. The secret ballot they just did to humiliate Jordan because they wanted to say, you've already lost by 30 votes on the floor. Let's see how many you will lose if you didn't have the ability to, have your morons.
You didn't have Trump's endorsement and people weren't, pressured to do so publicly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, just go back a little bit because I want people to hear that. It's almost like, like a sci-fi thing where someone's stuck in a black hole and they're so shocked they also can't articulate because the air has been sucked out of their lungs. This is like what his answer sounds like to me.
217 before we're all poised in very drama fashion on the House floor, trying to determine how this will unfold. I really hope in the next several days as we come together as a Republican caucus that we're able to resolve that so that we go unified to the House floor and deliver a speaker.
I hope you don't take this personally, but do you guys have any idea how clownish you look?
Well, Jake, I'm very fond of saying that Congress is like high school, but even more so. So hopefully we'll get past this. And, I certainly have been part of the governing majority, and I'm going to stay part of that and look forward to those who are on the fringes hopefully coming together so that we can get a speaker.
I said that to Congressman Womack last week, high school, and he said that that's an insult to high school students. It's more like junior high. Congressman Turner, Chairman Turner, good to see you. I hope you guys pick a speaker sometime soon.
Smiling through the pain there right at the end.
Hey,
That's
folks,
amazing.
I'm not bragging, but I was the vice president of my senior class.
Whoa.
And we just had one vote.
Yeah.
We just had one vote, and the president of the class won, and good friend of mine. I supported him on the first ballot, and he won. But yeah, I mean, this is
no drama in the cafeteria.
Nope, no drama, no. Yeah, I love that. Was amazing though. Jake Tapper doesn't even crack a smile, and there's just dead silence.
I mean, and he knows how clownish they look. It is not going well. With polling today, 2 in 1 Americans think that Republicans need to get their act together, essentially. It's going to keep getting worse the more this drags on, especially as it nears, what's the deadline, around Thanksgiving before the government begins to shut down again?
Oh, I think, yeah. I think now maybe 2 weeks out.
So even less.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, here you go.
Well, they go on Thanksgiving vacation probably around the
government funding runs out on November 17th.
Okay, yeah. So, I guess maybe 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.